Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to go ahead and talk about this story that's coming from our second favorite state, trifling ass Texas. So what's going on now in Texas, you ask? What's going on is that we have this young man who decided to front for the gram, honey. He decided to front and stunt with a pistol, and he ends up taking his own life. This whole situation is a mess. His name was Delano Alphonse Smith, and he was 19 years old. And on top of him being 19 years old, he's also a father of not one, but two small children. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
News coming to us from Southwest Houston, where there has been a deadly shooting, and we're hearing the whole thing might have actually been the result of taking selfies while playing with a gun. Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Donchi.
And I'm Keith Garvin. Apparently two cousins were playing with the gun and taking pictures when it accidentally fired. Channel 2's Cathy Hernandez just got to the scene in the 9800 block of Forum Park and joins us live now. Cathy.
Good afternoon. Family members say the victim is 19-year-old DeLeon Alonzo Smith. They say he had two young children and he was starting college tomorrow. Investigators say Smith was taking selfies with the gun at the apartment on Forum Park in Bissonnet at about 1:30 this afternoon. They say the gun accidentally went off, shooting Smith in the throat, killing him. Devastated family members spoke to us a few minutes ago.
It's the worst feeling of my life.
A numb feeling. It's like something, it's still unbelievable. I mean, because yesterday was my birthday and he came to wish me a happy birthday, and then to hear this kind of news, and he was starting community college tomorrow.
And investigators say Smith's cousin was also in the apartment at the time, but he was in another room. They also say that cousin says the two found the gun earlier in the day, but they're working to find out exactly where they found it. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, Cathy Hernandez, KPRC.
All right, so you guys just watched the news clip, and this whole situation makes no sense whatsoever. Somebody needs to give this young man the Darwin Awards, because, I mean, I don't understand why people feel the need to front so much for people on social media that they don't personally know. You know, this dude wants to front on Instagram like he's a killer, but the ironic part is the first and only body that he ever caught was his own. You know, this makes no sense to me whatsoever. At 19 years old, he's a father, not only one, but two children, and you have nothing else better to do than to take fucking pistol pictures for Instagram, as opposed to, you know, worrying about the well-being of your two children. And then, of course, they're saying that he was going to start college, you know, the first thing Monday morning, he was on his way to college. I'm not buying that. He could have been, but honestly, I'm not buying that because most kids who are preparing for college, they're not stunting on the gram with guns. You feel me? They might be taking pictures of their latest Kyrie Irvings or their latest Jays. You know what I'm saying? They might be taking pictures of them flashing money, but they're not taking pictures with pistols. So I don't really believe that he was on his way to college. I just feel like the parents are just trying to say that. And then for them to say that they don't know where he got the gun from, he didn't know that the gun was loaded. My thing is that people need to start treating guns with respect. Stop assuming that a gun is unloaded. You should always assume that a gun is loaded first and foremost before handling a gun. I don't even own a damn gun, and that's common sense to me. You know, I don't understand how people have guns in their household and they just don't know if they're unloaded or loaded, but yet and still they have no problem playing with them, pulling the trigger, and just doing stupid stuff. You know, while I feel bad for this young man's children, I feel bad that his family has to mourn him, I can't say that I necessarily feel bad for him because this was just a stupid, idiotic mistake. And this is not the first time that it's happened. This is like the third story I've done on this channel over the years about people fronting for the gram, fronting for Twitter, fronting for Facebook, taking pictures with guns to their heads, and then accidentally pulling the trigger. I mean, the whole situation is just a mess. It's RIP to that young man, but I hope people learn from this and stop trying to stunt in front for people who don't give two shits about you. I bet you when it comes down to it, those same people on Instagram that he's trying to front and stunt for, I bet you they're not going to drop his mama no money towards his funeral expenses, towards his burial, towards his plot, towards his headstone, none of that. I hope folks learn from his mistakes. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. How do you feel about this story that's coming out of trifling ass Texas? Do you feel bad for this young man in this entire situation? Or do you feel like folks need to grow up and stop fronting for the gram and stop putting guns to their head, because mistakes like this can happen and this is not the first time that it's happened? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and you can show me some love by watching my previous videos. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and share. And also don't forget to follow me on social media and check out lovelyt.com, where you can support my channel by purchasing a coffee mug or a t-shirt. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.